I put on a bit of lumbar through sort of a bit of neglect, and I wanted to shift that because I've been doing a lot of cycling through lockdown, but I was finding the extra weight was proving a negative, particularly with climbing hills and stuff like that. So I wanted to shift a bit of weight for that. I'd started doing the Couch to 5K program, and I also wanted to lose a bit more weight for the running, and just generally because in terms of how I looked and how some of the clothes were fitting me and stuff, it just wasn't ticking the boxes for me. I was trying to do something on my own, and it wasn't really happening. Dare I say, I was seeing another PT, but the sessions were so sporadic that it just wasn't working. And then during lockdown, he was doing some online sessions, but they were at set times on a set day. So for me, that didn't work because I've been working all through lockdown, so I couldn't commit to the same time on a particular day all the time. So knowing that your program was completely flexible in terms of workout was there, I knew what I had to do. And so it was for me then to fit it into my diary and the family life. So it made much more sense for me to do it that way. Feeling very lethargic, got myself into a rut in the first place, not eating as healthy as I should have done, and being too tempted to grab a chocolate bar here and there and stuff like this. So it was, as I say, it was kind of the timely intervention that was needed. You're having to do your weigh-in every week. The most powerful thing for me was seeing my photos at the beginning and the photos at week 4. That was a huge motivator, because I was like, Christ, this is really, really good. And so getting it out there, and I suppose being accountable in a sort of a safe group of other people. But it was just kind of like, I'm not the only one on this journey. So getting onto your program allowed me, I didn't have to think about what I needed to do from an exercise perspective, because you've done it all for us. So really, it was just then down to me to find that half an hour a day to make it happen. Much more energy, definitely, and much more of a desire to want to exercise, and also a desire to continue to eating healthy. And now, the best example I can give there is when we went away on holiday. Within 2 or 3 days, after sort of relaxing a little bit with the food, I could feel my body craving for good food. And I said to my wife, I was like, actually, do you know what? I just need some good food. And that for me is fantastic, because it didn't feel like a chore. It felt like it's just kind of the norm. So, which is great. I'd be incredibly likely to recommend it. It's a great program in terms of the exercises you put together. It starts off nice and gentle, and then ramps up over the period of the weeks. From a time perspective, it's not overly time consuming. You can do it at your leisure on the particular days. The emails that you send through on a daily basis with all the different tips and information and everything else, it's just really helpful. And that encouragement that I've been getting from you, it's just been fantastic. So being part of the Facebook group and seeing what other people are achieving and all that sort of stuff. Your knowledge as a PT, having worked with other people in the business over the years, is exceptional. And when you're telling us stuff about various things to do with health, I trust what you say. So and I know you've been in the game a long time, and because of that, you're incredibly knowledgeable and dedicated to what you're doing. So I think you as an individual, you're very good at what you do.